Hello everyone, Ziljin here with another episode of Let's Talk About Things. This is going to be a random ass topic. I was just thinking, well, I've been thinking for a while, for years maybe, how the hell did they build giant freaking spaceships in Star Wars? Specifically the giant not the spaceship, the giant freaking Death Star. Like, how the hell do you build stuff in space? Like space stations, space ships, freaking Death Star. That's like massive, bigger than bigger than a planet. How the fudge do you build a freaking Death Star? And especially in like the episode 6 where there's a partially built Death Star, so it wasn't, so like, do they build some of it in the ground or like on the planet and then they launch it into space, or what? Are they like I don't understand. Like, do they have like astronauts like attached to the ship or something, flying out of the ship and then like just putting piece by piece? But like, how do you do that in space with the gravity, low gravity and stuff? Won't the construction parts freaking fly all over the place? I guess they definitely have to build some of it inside the spaceship or inside the land or something on the planet surface, and then they launch it into space and continue putting more pieces together. But like, after that, how do you build the rest of it? How can you have a partially built Death Star number 2? Like, I've always wondered, like, all those movies, video games with like giant robots, giant spaceships, giant space stations. How the hell did they build it? Holy crap! I should research how the hell do we build those, space stations? Build it on ground and launch it into Earth. I mean, it's a space. But Death Star is like a little spaceship or whatever. Space station is like this big. And then the Death Star is like even if you only build part of it piece by piece, like, and there's people already on the Death Star, so how do you have people breathing on the Death Star when it's not even completely built? Like, is there like a force field surrounding it, providing with oxygen or something? Like, is like they just built part of it, like they have massive amounts of airlocks or something? Like, it seems like, who the hell would want to be stationed on a Death Star, especially an unfinished Death Star? Like, you're in the middle of space, there's no supplies or anything, and your Death Stars move super slow. Oh wait, did it have hyperspace? It did have hyperspace, right? Or it has some kind of engine where it can move a little bit. But like, yeah, like, how do you build such a massive spaceship thing in space? Yeah. Like, how do you sign up to be? And I don't understand why anyone would want to be on the freaking Death Star, constructing stuff on space. Like, damn. I mean, I don't really understand how people build skyscrapers and pyramids and all the other stuff now. I mean, I guess like skyscrapers, at least there's like, construction vehicles and ladders. I mean, yeah, ladders and like to build the scaffolding and all that stuff. But you can't have scaffolding in space, can you? Like, how does that work? Like, you attach scaffolding to the outside of the space station, outside of the Death Star, and you attach your like tube, astronaut tube, oxygen tube, or whatever like bring it next to the space station, and you're working on it. Like, how many people do they need to freaking build and operate the Death Star? And I remember the prequels had the plans for the Death Star. Like, that was like, I don't know how many years before that. 20 years? I don't know. They had it in Clone Wars, right? Yeah, they had it in Attack of the Clone Wars. Before the Clone Wars even started, Palpatine was trying to build the freaking Death Star. How did it take so many freaking years to build the Death Star? So it took decades to build the first Death Star, and then the second Death Star, within like 2 years, they already built like half of it. Like, what? I guess maybe they were building the second one at the same time, because they figured they'd need more than one Death Star. How much freaking fuel do you need? How much fuel and supplies do you need to supply all that freaking staff and the entire space station, or whatever the hell the Death Star is supposed to be? Space planet. And how do you, like, I would imagine you would need to have so much storage space just dedicated to supplies, and you need constant spaceships to refuel the freaking station, bring supplies, bring people, you know. Damn. The whole thing is like just illogical. And like the Death Star can use a laser blast to like destroy a freaking planet. It has the energy to freaking destroy a freaking planet. That gotta use tremendous amounts of powers. How do they have all the power to like do all the life support and blow up planets and freaking fly in space? That's like a super duper spaceship. Like that has to take like a gazillion. I don't know. Like how, like, can you put a nuclear power plant on it? Like, is that what they did? Like they have like nuclear fusion reactors or something inside the Death Star, like the whole thing surrounded like a fusion core or something, like super advanced nuclear technology or something, super advanced energy that just powers up the whole freaking thing. And they don't need to have supplies, but they definitely need food, right? Like how many people are in the freaking Death Star? I mean, at least like the Star Destroyers and like other spaceships, they're not as big, so at least I can imagine they go travel pretty fast and go to the nearest planet or whatever and dock there, or space station or whatever, and get resupplies. Freaking Death Star, you can't dock into a hangar, you can't dock into a spaceport, or you can't dock it into a planet because they'll freaking the gravity will destroy it and all that stuff. Like, jeebus. Yeah. I think like oh yeah, and then if you watch the Star Wars Episode 7, another Death Star, but it was not a Death Star, it was a Star Killer thingamajig. It's like, how does, okay, the Empire, massive freaking empire, they got like the resources of the entire empire. Somehow they managed to funnel it all into this secret Death Star that nobody knew about, that can freaking destroy planets, blow up planets. Somehow has like super duper amounts of energy and supplies and food and crew members. Okay, that I understand. I mean, they're probably not, yeah, because the empire's massive and they got lots of supplies, lots of members, lots of men, lots of troops, lots of supplies, etc. Now the Star Wars Episode 7, what are they called again? They're not the Empire, is it? The Empire Remnants? Empire Rebels? Like the Empire Republic Secessionists? I don't know, but basically the new Empire, the whatever, Snow Troopers or whatever, those dudes, they managed to create a super duper Star Killer Death Star sequel in secret again, with like no resources. Like they look like they're even more powerful than the freaking Rebel Alliance. How the hell did the Rebel Alliance blow up the freaking Death Star and then like wipe out the Empire? Really, like, I wish they had like movies or something that spread the gap between Episode 6 and Episode 7. Like, because if you think about it, Episode 6, all they did was destroy a second Death Star. They already did it once before. No big deal. The Empire has like a gazillion troopers, a gazillion stormtroopers, gazillion spaceships. Like, they got all the freaking resources. But their Emperor did die, and then Darth Vader did die. But surely they had some sort of secession or hierarchy, or like governors or something. So like everyone just flipped over, like they're like, oh, we surrender even though we got all superior numbers, resources, wealth, manpower, spaceships, space navy or whatever, land navy, land fleets. Or like they got all, they outnumbered the rebel alliance like 1,000 to 1, and they all surrendered. I don't think so. So I guess most of them like decide to like not obey the New Republic or something, all in secret, create a new freaking Death Star, which of course got exploded again. Are they gonna put another one in episode 9? They're gonna have, like, where are they getting all those resources? I guess most of it's from the Empire remnants, right? I guess they're so freaking rich and powerful, and it's kind of dumb. Like, now the Republic or whatever, they own the galaxy. Well, not own the galaxy. They run the galaxy. Why don't they try to like defeat the stupid Empire remnants, and then they don't even care about the New Rebel Alliance or whatever the hell is kind of like? How is it still Empire and Rebels? Like, I guess it's just for nostalgia, because you can relate to the episode 1, 2, and 3. I mean, but episode 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, they had like Confederacy of independent systems and the Galactic Republic or whatever. So it wasn't even the same thing. Like, so I don't understand why they had to like repeat so much of episode 4, 5, and 6 with the spaceship and like freaking space with the not spaceship, with the freaking Death Star plan to destroy and like freaking killing innocent people and all this stuff. I mean, yeah, there's lots of repeats from episode 4, 5, and 6. And it's the same conflict again. Rebels versus the Empire, except for this time the Empire is the rebels and the rebels is the Empire. Except the Empire doesn't give a crap about the new Empire. Like, the old Republic, the new Republic doesn't even care about the Empire. They think they're like some backwater terrorists or something, even though they have like a gazillion troops. Like, if you watch the trailer, if you watch the movie, they got like a gazillion troops, got so much spaceships, they got a freaking star killer system, like, and then like, oh, they're not a threat, we don't care. It's like, they must be like really far off in the distant fringe galaxy rim or something, or whatever the hell it's called. Like, crap, man. Why didn't... Yeah, so if you think about it, it doesn't really make any sense how the freaking Empire was not hunted down to existence or something. Seems like they're just acting openly and just destroying people. And they managed to recover without Emperor Palpatine, so I don't understand why the freaking Empire surrendered in the first place when they clearly got like a gazillion troops, all the spaceships, and all the resources to build another Death Star. The Death Star 3.0. This is... Wait, it's not the Star Killer, is it? The Star Killer is the dude from Star Wars Force Unleashed. Whatever. Unless they reuse the name. But basically, they got enough resources to fund their massive army, spaceship fleet, and the new Death Star. Like, it's kind of freaking unbelievable if you think about it. Like, why didn't the New Republic defeat them or reclaim the resources or something? Why did they let them grow stronger than ever? Yeah, so I think that's enough rambling, because to be honest, I don't know that much about Star Wars. I mean, I watched all the movies, I watched most of the cartoon episodes. I stopped watching Rebels because it kind of got boring, but yeah. Well, I guess there's some... No, that bridges the gap between episode 3 and 4, not episode 6 and 7. I would, if they make us like cartoon for episode 7 and 6 and 7, explaining how the new Empire and the Rebel Alliance, Rebels or whatever, forming and stuff, that would be cool. That'd be interesting. I would like to see that. Maybe explain some the stuff, fill in the gaps, how the freaking Empire still so freaking incredibly powerful, even after being defeated, even though they weren't really defeated when you think about it. All they did was lose one space battle and then the second Death Star and their freaking leadership. But I mean, what kind of government, what kind of evil empire doesn't have, other people trying to vie for this role of leader, right? Unless he like murdered the crap out of them. But once he's dead, I'm sure there's plenty of imperial officers, governors, or whatever that would love to become the new emperor, president, prime minister, or whatever the hell. Yeah. So I think that's enough rambling for now. And also, obviously, I'm not an engineer, architect, or do construction or renovation or anything like that, or space or NASA. Like, it'd be pretty interesting if anyone here knows about that kind of stuff. Explain to me how you would go about constructing a massive Death Star space station, planet-sized space station. Like, how much resources will you need to build it and crew it and supply and field the like planet destroying, disintegrating lasers? Yeah. Like I was saying, so hopefully everyone's enjoying this series. If you like or dislike this video, be sure to let me know down below. Subscribe if you have not already. And support me on Patreon if you got the cash money lying around. Maybe I can fund my own Death Star, right? I'd only need like a couple of $1 trillion, right? Build a space elevator and then build a Death Star, right? Just kidding. JK. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.